Greetings, everybody. It's RPG Grandma with part 3 of the Dungeon Master's Guide Alignment Rules. So, we left off with Chaotic Evil, so let's get going. Chaotic Evil. The chaotic evil creature holds that individual freedom and choice is important, and that other individuals and their freedoms are unimportant if they cannot be held by the individuals through their own strength and merit. Thus, law and order tends to promote not individuals but groups, and groups suppress individual volition and success. Why chaotic evil can organize the way it does. Each of these cases for alignment is, of course, stated rather simplistically, and ideally, for philosophical and moral reasons, aims, are completely subjective according to the acculturation of the individual. You, as a dungeon master, must establish the meanings and boundaries of law and order as opposed to chaos and anarchy, as well as the divisions between right and good as opposed to hurtful and evil. Lawful societies will tend to be highly structured, rigid, well-policed, and bureaucratic, hierarchical. Class, rank, position, and precedence will be important, so they will be strictly defined and adhered to. On the other hand, chaotic areas will have little government and law and few social distinctions. The governed will give their consent to government, acknowledging leaders as equals, serving those who allowed them to assume leadership. Obedience and service in a chaotic society is given only by those desiring to do so, or by dint of some persuasion, never by requirement. So, in American society, because I live in America, you can actually see this play out with people who believe a law is unjust, people who believe laws should be followed because they're the law. It's the law, whether it's just or not, and the people who try to use laws to say to infringe on the constitutional rights, or like to ignore constitutional rights, as that gives people too much freedoms, and that's, we should have never done that in the first place, and we need a better constitution. So you can actually see this play out between groups of people from I have the right to do what I want, and even really just kind of out of the box groups where I'm a citizen of the world. And you're like, yeah, but all the countries have laws about just crossing their borders. Yeah, you're so going to get arrested one of these days. And it's probably going to be by a country that doesn't like Canada or America, since it's usually American Canadians that say that. You're not a citizen of the world. You have a passport, and you best follow the rules. So, because jail sucks. Just friendly reminder. But you see these mentalities in modern society. I can do what I want. Oh, snaps, I got arrested. Well, the law is unjust. Is it? I don't know. Depends on what you got arrested for. People who made the law thought it was a good idea. Now, keep in mind, just like everybody else, I don't think all laws are great. So there you go. But you can ponder this. Ponder how it plays out in real life, so then when you go to create your societies in the fantasy world, you have something you can wrap your head around. Just like you can ponder as the player how these things play out in real life by the things people say and do and type on the internet or write articles, how they may be acting out a belief system based more on chaos or more on law or more on neutrality or more on good, or more on evil, as defined in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Alignment with respect to the planes. Obviously, the material planes have no set alignment, nor do the other inner planes or the ethereal or astral ones either. However, the outer planes show various alignments. This is because they are home to the creatures who are of like general alignment. If the curves of the alignment table are carried outwards to the planes, only those planes at the corners will correspond to non-neutral alignments, i.e. lawful good, chaotic evil, lawful evil. Similarly, those on the horizontal and vertical axes correspond to the neutral-based alignments which support on an ethos, i.e. neutral good, chaotic neutral, neutral evil, and lawful neutral. The remainder of the outer plane areas are gray areas where alignment shade into each other. Inhabitants of these planes will generally have the same worldview as their fellows on the prime material plane. So we're talking about things interacting. And he's basically stating that these extreme positions are coming into the material plane. Graphing alignment. We've heard some things about this, haven't we? It is important to keep track of player characters' behavior with respect to their professed alignment. Actions do speak far more eloquently than professions, and each activity of a player character should reflect his or her alignment. If a professed lawful evil character is constantly seeking to be helpful and is respecting the lesser creature, he or she is certainly tending towards good. While if he or she ignores regulations and consistent behavior, the trend is towards chaotic alignment. Such drift should be noted by you, and when it takes the individual into a new alignment area, you should then inform the player that his or her character has changed alignment. It is quite possible for the character to drift around in an alignment area, making only small shifts due to behavior. However, any major action which is out of alignment character will cause a major shift in the alignment which is directly in line with the action. I.e., if a lawful evil character defies the law in order to aid the cause, express or implied, of chaotic good, he or she will be either lawful neutral or chaotic neutral, depending on the factors involved in the action. It is of utmost importance to keep rigid control of alignment behavior with respect to such characters as serve deities who will accept only certain alignments. Those who are paladins, those with evil familiars, and so on, part of the role they have accepted requires a set behavior mode, and his benefits are balanced by this. Therefore, failure to demand strict adherence to alignment behavior is to allow a game abuse. Okay, I'm going to stop there. We're going to pick it up, and we're going to discuss. So, see you for the next part. Bye, everybody.